What's up, everyone? Back for another beer mail, and today I'll be unboxing a beer mail courtesy of a very good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Bud. So huge thanks to Bud for this box of beer. Now, Bud has sent me a couple beer mails in the past, and they have been fantastic. Now, Bud resides on the West Coast in California, so you know there's some West Coast goodies in this box. And he actually sent me a text with the contents of the box and some information about the beers, like the canned-on dates, the price per 4-pack. I don't want to spoil it for you because we're going to get right into it, but there are some heavy hitters in here, at least in my opinion. So anyway, let's get into it. Now, I did cut this one open just to make sure everything survived. It did show up in okay condition. There's a dent on the box over here, but it didn't look like anything was leaking. So what do we have? We have some paper, newspaper, of course. And then we have what looks to be, 6 beers, I think is what he said was in here. So we're going to take them all out. We got 1, we got 2, we got 3, we got 4, we got 5, and we have 6. So 6 beers, and I believe that is it. So 6 beers, and like I said, they're all West Coast goodies, so let's start ripping them open. I don't think I'm gonna need my cheap box cutter, but first and foremost, we have a Monkish beer because Bud loves Monkish. Anyway, so this is Double Dry Hop Hang My Boots. It was canned on 1/17/23. This is a double dry hopped, a triple IPA, 10.4%, and yeah, that's awesome. So double dry hopped Hang My Boots. So yeah, that's fantastic. I cannot wait to get into that one. I mean, it's Monkish. What does that mean? That means it's going to be delicious, I would assume. We'll see. I don't know. Next, I think he said there was a couple Monkish. Let me see. Based on the artwork, is this the other Monkish? I think this is the other Monkish. So last time he sent me some stuff. He sent Monkish. He sent North Park, which is a couple in here as well. And, a couple other beers as well, Green Chic. So yeah, this is a double, what is this? What is the name of this beer? I don't know. Canned on 1/24/23, float on, it says, conscience of, be free. Conscious Be Free. I was like, what the? Conscious Be Free. So this is double dry hopped, a double IPA. Comes in at 8.5%. And yeah. I was going to say conscience of tree. I don't think so. So 2 fresh beers from Monkish. Can it get any better? Maybe. Doubtful, but it probably will. Anyway, next. I think this is one of the North Park beers. So crack this one open and see what's going on here. Oh, he's got extra bubble wrap for this, just to make sure everything's okay. So this is The Final Death. Love the artwork, just right off the rip. The artwork's fantastic. I love it. That is really cool. So The Final Death is a collaboration with Wondrous Brewing, which I've had a Helles lager that was sent to me from Jesse. So cool that I've tried them before. This is a double dry hopped West Coast IPA, 6.8%. I think he had the freshness on this in that text. I think this is like late January, so like, what is it, like 10 days old or something? Maybe just under 2 weeks. So this is awesome. I love West Coast beers at this point. So this is double dry hopped West Coast IPA with Centennial, Citra Incognito, Columbus Cryo, HBC 586, HBC 586 Cryo, and Citra. A lot going on. So yeah, that's an awesome collab. I absolutely love this label. So really pumped for that one, like beyond pumped. And then we have another North Park here as well. Gotta always love some North Park beers. I've only had, a small handful of beers from them, but they really do it right. Inversion of Time. This is a triple dry hopped hazy triple IPA, 10%. And this is with Citra Cryo, Freestyle, Motueka, Sub-Zero Hopkeef, Rawaka, Nectaron, and then Freestyle Nelson Sauvin. That is crazy. And another awesome label from North Park. So, and again, these do not have canned-on dates, but I'm pretty sure both of these were end of January, so pretty fresh overall. So, yeah, awesome. Next, we have the Green Cheek beer he mentioned. This is their swim test. So this is a double dry hopped hazy triple IPA. I don't... 10.2% alcohol by volume, and this was canned on January 23rd, so this is just over 2 weeks old. Another Green Cheek beer. And, you know, like I said, I'll get to all the details when I review the beers like I typically do. So another Green Cheek beer. The small sample size of Green Cheek has been fantastic, so looking forward to that. And then last but not least, this excites me a lot because Bud kind of hyped this brewery up to me recently, but I also saw a review from Joe over at Joe's Arcade, and I want to say about a half a year ago from Peter over the Master of Hobbits about this brewery. Hobbits? I said Master of Hobbits. Anyway, this is McElhenney Brewing, and they are out of Alpine, California. Does that ring a bell? It should. In a minute, we'll talk about it. This is their month. So this is a New Zealand Rye IPA. Comes in at 7.2% alcohol by volume. And I think, again, this does not have a canned on date that I cannot see, but I'm pretty sure this is like less than 2 weeks old. So this brewery, the owners were the original founders of the Alpine Beer Company in Alpine, California. Their Duet, Nelson. I'm trying to think of beers off the top of my head. A couple other ones they had. Alpine was a big deal when I started drinking craft beer about 12, 13 years ago. You heard a lot about Alpine, and I never got a chance to try them, unfortunately, in their OG state. The first time I had them was after they had merged with Green Flash. But this is apparently, I don't know if this, and Bud, you can correct me if I'm wrong, or anybody else out on the West Coast, but I don't know if this is the exact recipe of, there's a piece of hair there, exact recipe of Nelson from Alpine, or if it's like a tweak on it, but that was a rye Nelson Sauvin IPA, and I believe this is New Zealand Rye IPA, very similar. I'm pretty sure they use Nelson, right? Nectaron and Nelson, so they tweaked the recipe, I'd assume, because Nectaron wasn't a thing, and if so, it was probably like experimental hop. So I can't wait to get into this. I will obviously say more about this beer when I review it, but really pumped to give this one a go. If this is kind of like similar to what Nelson used to be pre the Green Flash buyout, and Alpine's still a thing now, but not really. The OG members of the family are now running this brewery. So 6 awesome hop-forward beers from Bud, 2 Monkish, 2 North Park, a Green Cheek, and a McElhenney. So I'm really pumped up to give these a go. Huge thanks to Bud for sending these my way. He always sends some freshies and stuff that I cannot get here in Buffalo, New York. None of these are available locally unless, I trade for them or something. So the fact he's kind enough to send these my way, I cannot thank you enough, Bud, and I can't wait to get into these. So I'm going to start reviewing these as soon as possible so I can get to them as fresh as I possibly can. So you should see reviews of these starting to pop up in the next week or two. So yeah, anyway, huge thanks to Bud for these beers. Thanks to everybody stopping by. Another beer mail unboxing video here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.